You know, this guy or young lady has a resume that's, you know, it would be foolish for us not to take advantage of the opportunity. But that may not happen. The odds are slim to none it won't happen. But, you know, Tracy's still acting, and once we give it just 45 days, we can go from that point.
Well, I'm not going from that point of view. Where I'm going for it is, I need all these policies and procedures and the office intact. I don't want to do something and we don't have the policies and procedures and the structure in. You can't do something without having that structure, that infrastructure in. I know she's quite capable, and I'm for promoting from within, but Ian, I'd like to hear from Tracy. Don't you think that we need to put all this together while you're acting, and once we get all this together and then we can see where we're going, then we can do the obvious, take care of business, and it will be by that time. I'm sure that if Steve is working with her and we get this stuff done expeditiously, then we can do something.
Well, let me ask you this. When Walcott was president, and she was president a couple of times, there were policies and procedures. What happened to them?
Like everything else, we got a complete record that's missing right now. A complete record is missing right now. So, and she's saying, Ms. Walcott is saying that you never really got all into the policies and procedures. Everybody that came in here did their own thing. And it shows because you're willy-nilly, you can't put your hands on nothing that says procedurally, this is how you do it.
Well, you guys need to go look in the basement. That's what half of everything gets stored at. Nobody's took delivery and going downstairs.
I think they did. Didn't you go downstairs? Yes.
Nobody went upstairs.
You know what?
But I don't.
Here's one thing I'm going to do, just so that we deal with this thing intelligently, with what everybody else is doing. I'm going to get in contact with Melvin Davis. Okay, you know Melvin Davis.
Of course
I know him. Very competently down there with Ed Fitzgerald and them. He was in office for 10 years. So I'm going to find out what he got. I just can't believe we didn't have any policy and procedure. I just don't believe that. But I could be wrong. So that'll be my homework. I'll get in contact with him and see. In the meantime, my concern is no matter who's in that office, that phone rings all the time. I call 10 times a day asking either Tracy or Ellis to do this. And I know you guys call. Y'all up here more than I am. So we need somebody in there answering that phone until we go through this 45-day transition of what we're going to do. So what we're going to do about that? That's
what we're trying to do now.
Okay, can we get somebody from YOU?
That's what we're doing.
Okay, I suggested that to you and to her. YOU, or you ever heard of the Black Age Caucus? When I was council president, we had a lady from the Black Age Caucus, something Lou Stokes started 20 years ago. That would come in and answer the phone. No money, we don't have to pay anything. They asked it eventually to kind of bring them on. But we can be cool right now, but when September kicks in, it's a different dynamic. We meet twice a month, phones ringing all the time, and I'm not a clerk, but I can tell you, being off, the phone is aggravating. I get 15, 20 calls all the time. I can hardly get anything done because I have to turn it off because the phone rings, and that's just me. So I can imagine what's coming through that. You know what I'm hearing too? People are calling and telling, this is off the record and I'll let it go, that they're calling to the mayor's office and nobody ever answers the phone. So they end up calling down to our office. Have you heard that, Mr. Wheeler? Have you heard that, Brandon? So that phone is a distraction. That's why they're talking about $200 in Shaker Heights. They don't want you coming through there on the cell phone talking, because it's a distraction. Okay?
But and I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not and with all due respect, my colleague and Maker, no one is saying that we don't need. I'm a PBX telephone operator by trade.
Okay.
So I came into this, so I know what telephones is.
Okay.
But my thing is here is that we're going to get somebody in here, and I agree with you because I told Tracy that we needed to get. She told me what you had, and I told her what can get, anybody that we can get that's capable of answering the phones and doing what we need to do is there. Right now, she's intro and she's going to be intro. And I'm not saying we're not going to deal with Tracy. All I'm saying is get that structure. We're working on that structure right now vigorously so that we can get something. If we don't have, we right now, if we follow Councilman Baker's suggestion and go digging in the basement, and we still don't know what we're looking for. And I'm looking.
Well, that's why I'm calling Milton Davis, because he knows, okay?
But
right,
if he does know, where's the paperwork?
Okay.
That's all I'm looking for.
I can't say anything different from what you're gonna get from Walcott, because she was president twice.
I don't know, she's giving me.
Policy and procedures, right?
No, she's
Of office.
giving me where we went with the retreat. She says, I have some stuff that we had from the retreat, and she said, I don't know what's in there, but I can give it to you guys. So what we're still doing is reaching for straws out here to find out. In the meantime, you put together your own and you vote on it and you come up with something that you have put in place, and you'll know what it is. Am I saying something wrong?
No, but I'm looking at